Spanish adventure on the vast Ορελάνα had been a bit of a grueler so far, with Bob blanking and me managing a couple of carp, but neither over the £30 target, and no calypso had made an appearance either. We had now moved swims to where we'd originally launched the boats at the start of the trip, a huge bay and an area the locals say the biggest carp in the lake often gets caught from. After the ag of setting up camp again, fishing could commence once more.
It's all done. I just want to get my rods out, have a cup of tea, close my eyes and wake up to a screamer.
Bob was looking for a spot of around 30 foot deep where some Spanish anglers had recently been catching from. You just can't ignore local tip-offs, especially on a water of this size.
If I'd never been here before and I just looked at this place, I think there's going to be a big carp looking around here.
I was sticking with my juicy PVA bags, which had worked so well for me so far, and I also threw in a couple of scoops of crushed boilies for added attraction. Beautiful. We spread out all of our rods around the area at slightly varying depths. Hopefully at least one of them would throw up a Spanish surprise. With darkness descended and with just 2 nights left ahead of us, our minds wandered, as fishermen's often does.
I don't know what I'm dreaming of. Maybe I'm dreaming of a freak calypso in the area. Maybe I'm just dreaming of a massive carp. Either way, we have grafted.
An actionless night, not even a bleep on the buzzers. To make matters worse, it was another cold, grey, dreary day to match our current mood. With Bob staring down the barrel of a bank, I'd planned a little morale-boosting trip for him. A spot of lure fishing for Xander. Oh, yeah, we're on! We're on! Oh, no!
Oh.
Yes, Bob's on! We're over him! We're over him!
Oh,
Go on, Bob!
I'm going to play very gentle. Oh, yeah.
Hey!
Ooh. It has come alive, Alistair.
Bobby's happy.
Wait, thanks for knocking that one off, pal. And then, like, what, 20 seconds later, I have it?
Oh, we got...
Got a bit of colour.
Oh, it's a Xander, it's your first ever Xander! Let me get it in the net, Bob.
Come on, Al.
Let me get it in the net. Yay!
I do like Orelάna now, Al. Just not for carp. My first ever Xander, they call these the pike perch here. Thank you very much, Orelάna. You're not bad at all.
Ah, Bob was buzzed again catching the Xander, a pack predator that can grow to over 20 pounds here in Spain.
Hey!
Time for me to half-inch his pink lure. He'll never notice. Oh!
Yes!
Instant results. Here we go.
My pink lure, that one, mate. You owe us a couple of quid.
I always say with the predator, one must always kiss it on the lips.
With a Xander apiece and morale boosted, time to head back to our base camp to get the carp and calypso rods out for the final night. Bob's newfound optimism gave him an idea to try and snare a last gasp carp.
I'm looking for another late winner. I've done that once or twice in my life. This time, I'm flipping it on his head. I'm going with a little PVA bag, ring the changes, and see if that could job for me.
Hey! On your head, son. Rods were deployed one last time, with Bob's final tweak of moving to PVA bags reap rewards.
It's a big moon out there, even though you can't see it. But the old saying is big moon, big carp. Big common carp.
Was this going to be the night of Bob's big common? I was praying it was, as he really deserved it. I just hoped it happened before the heavy forecasted rain.
I don't think it's the biggest, but I'm hoping it's an Orelāna carp.
He's singing in the rain.
they sing it in the rain. What a glorious feeling Oriana can bring.
That old saying should be big moon, baby common.
Bobby, you've got the smallest Oriana. It's not the biggest, probably not the most beautiful, but it's an Oriana carp.
That is literally the tiniest carp I've ever seen.
My first ever carp from Oriana and probably the smallest in the lake. Ali showed me pictures of giants, and this is what I get. Not only that, look at that weather. Still a big smile on my face, though.
Bobby, you haven't blanked. No more fish overnight, but we felt buoyed as we prepared to head back to Blighty.
We've gone through the meal here. I think we want to come back to Spain when it's that little bit warmer, because we've grafted, we've been extremely unlucky with fish size, but you can't pick what picks up your bait, but what you can do is keep going, and that's what we've done. But a little bit of sunshine and another return to Spain, I'm ready for that.
I've never been to Spain when it's rained like this, or been this windy, or this cold. I'd like to come back to Spain when it's warm.
This is more like it, isn't it, son? Eh? Is it, son? Son, this is what you were born for, wasn't it?
This is what you promised me first time round. Sun, sea. No, there's no sea.
No sea, but similar to the sea.
Sandy.
Sand.
No rocks. It was like the moon last time round.
This is more like it, though.
This is a change of scenery and a change in weather. Hopefully we'll get a change in fortune with a big carp for Zamo.
Let's hope we've now got the weather, the location, and the fish. Then it's perfect.
It was late March, Oriana. We were now in the east arm of this huge venue, and so were the carp. It was the shallowest area on the lake and the first spot to warm up in the spring sunshine. It was also the very place that cold-blooded carp ventured to on their annual pilgrimage as they get ready to spawn. Huge, heavy females followed by many smaller males, and our eye in the sky confirmed we'd timed it perfectly. We'd already dropped our rigs on the spot. Bob was using D-rigs with 2 snowman setups and 1 with tiger nuts. And I was using bloodline and noodle rigs where the hook bait sits proud, an extra visual attraction for cruising carp. I had 1 rod off to the left in 7 metres and 2 either side of a tree stump on hard gravel in 5 metres, whereas Bob was spread betting on varied depths and areas to his right. As we headed towards our first evening, we were both primed, ready and hopeful of our biggest Spanish carp to date.
I never thought we could come to Spain and catch as many fish as we have, not catch one over 30 pounds. So that is the bare minimum that's acceptable by us. But really, with the amount of fish that are swimming around in this area, we would like to catch something bigger, of course.
I'm so excited, and I'm extremely confident as well. I've seen fish in my swim, and that's a good sign. Come on, the carp.
No carp were caught overnight, although we had heard some fish crashing at distance during the hours of darkness. The carp was still in the area.
Here we are.
One of my rods near the tree stump was away. I jumped into the boat rapido to get out to the fish. Even at 200 yards, it felt very heavy.
This puts a smile on your face, doesn't it?
This could be our 30-pounder, the very first fish. What a great start that would be.
After a few frantic minutes of steering with my bum and winding down to the fish, I was close to it and it still felt very heavy.
What have we got? What size? Nice and slow, this fish, so far. Unless it's got weed on its head, it could be half decent.
He's either fighting really well or he's being very tentative. Don't lose it now, Al.
I was about to get my first glance.
Foul hooked. It's foul hooked. Oh, no. What a chance it is. Oh, no.
It was easily over 40 pounds, but hooked nowhere near its mouth.
Oh, right in its lateral fin, that is.
So it doesn't count.
Here we go. Net is in the water.
Oh.
Yay!
Foul hooked, Bob.
What?
Foul hooked.
Oh, no. Oh.
Bob, it's probably a mid-40.
Oh, no. That is a right kick in the teeth.
In carp fishing, if it's not hooked in the mouth, it doesn't count. It's foul hooked. It has fed on the area, but it's been caught in one of its fins. So, sadly, the challenge lives on.
Damn.
Adios, my friend. It was all a bit too good to be true. The sun was shining. I was out there playing this carp. It felt big. And then it just turned into a bad game show. Look what you could have won.